For Action News, I'm Anna Delaski. Officials from the nation's top pediatricians group say sexually active teen girls should use IUDs to protect against unwanted pregnancies. The group's updated policy statement states the new guidelines are based on evidence throughout the past decade, demonstrating they are safe for adolescents. The long-acting reversible contraceptives are inserted into the womb during a medical procedure and keep working for years, unlike oral birth control pills that must be taken each day to be effective, and typically condoms, withdrawal, or oral pills have high failure rates. Here's ACTIA's Dr. Gilbert Ross with more.
Doctors and other caregivers normally need parental consent to treat minors with medication, let's say, or surgery, certainly. But when it comes to intimate personal reproductive issues, privacy concerns take precedence, because otherwise teenagers would not feel free to discuss concerns of that nature with their caregivers if they thought the caregiver was going to have to call in mom or dad or both and say, Sally wants to get an IUD. Many teens will not discuss that with the parents, and they'll just go right about doing what they've been doing, which is getting pregnant at an inordinately high rate. 3 out of 10 teenage girls in this country become pregnant, and the overwhelming majority of these are unplanned and unwanted. For these young people, they chose the long-acting reversible contraceptive. Almost 3/4 of the girls in the study chose one of these methods, the IUD or the implanted birth control contraceptive. And it was found that their rate of unplanned pregnancy was like 25% of the statistical norm among all teenagers in this country. There was no control group. In other words, they didn't have a bunch of kids choose the long-acting reversible contraceptive and compared them over the course of some years to kids who used whatever methods they wanted to. The other methods that are used most commonly include no method at all, that is cross your fingers and hope. Rhythm and blues, as it's sometimes called, meaning that the rhythm method, gauging the use of birth control to sexual activity based upon your period and when you think you might or might not be fertile, is highly unreliable, to say the least. Even condoms. Young people who use condoms, who say they use condoms each time from start to finish, still have a failure rate of something like 10%. Which is not acceptable. And this is why our country has the highest rate of unplanned pregnancies among the upper echelon of socioeconomic status countries in the world. This study, and a few days ago, the American Academy of Pediatrics released a statement saying basically the same thing. They're advising young people who are sexually active, young girls, between the ages of 14 and 19, to use one of these long-acting reversible contraceptive methods. And we heartily endorse that advice here at the American Council on Science and Health.
To read more on this story and others, you can head to our website, actia.org, and while you're there, don't forget to also sign up for your daily dose of news delivered straight to your inbox. For Action News, I'm Anna Delaski.